Bad news. I'm back. Have you ever had an opinion? Good. But are you sure that that opinion is really your own? I don't know if you've noticed, but it's so easy to have an opinion formed on your behalf nowadays. For instance, I'll be scrolling on TikTok, some guy comes up on my feed and he's snipping a horse's hooves. And after a little deep dive into the comments on everything that's going on, all of a sudden I'm a vet. I'm an expert. And I know that he clipped a little too far down. And just like that, my opinion has been formed based on TikTok comments. We're all guilty of it, okay?
Especially you, witch!
Sorry. And like most mornings in my life, I woke up this morning. And during my 45-minute Rose Toy and Scroll session, I came across a lot of posts online about Katy Perry hate. Because the Matrix wants us to think that she went to space, and it was cringe. And she's doing a tour, and that's also cringe. But something smells fishy, and no, it's not because I got my legs wide open. I'm not falling for it this time. I am forming my own opinions now, guys. So today we are going to reserve judgment. We're going to do our own research, and we are going to form our own opinions together. Stage 1, the flight. Okay, so to add context, there was a Blue Origin flight, which is Jeff Bezos' rocket, which safely returned to Earth with Katy Perry on board and 5 other women. The flight lasted 11 minutes and took them over 100 kilometers above Earth, passing the boundary internationally recognized as the limit of space. And it gave them a few moments of weightlessness, like me, sat in the dark with a red LED on, listening to Drake Marvin's Room, feeling the slight buzz of a rose toy in between my groin. I need to stop. My fingers smell like egg. Can I be honest? That's been in a chicken pussy. Okay, so here's a diagram of the space flight. You see, if you look closely, this is actually Katy Perry inside and all of her 8 legs. They go up past the Kármán line, which is 100 kilometers right here. This is Katy Perry and this little peanut, and then they come back down. This is the booster that goes up and down, but this is her. And here's the video of them in space.
Take us space!
2, 1, ignition.
Someone ate eggs the night before. That ain't the thrusters, guys. That is just violent diarrhea coming out their butts, all 6 of them. No, it's the thrusters.
Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
You can hear them screaming. Okay, they've added a soundtrack of them all screaming in the background as if you'd hear that over the launch. Actually, but you can 100% tell she's in the space rocket because if you listen closely, you can hear her singing Plastic Bag. Yeah, she's in there all right.
2, 3, take us space!
Where the fuck she get a flower from? That's the type of shit I'd be doing, actually. Oh, it's a rose toy! I just figured it out. She got a lily toy. Damn. She just came out of nowhere into the camera shot. Just to come out of nowhere with her. She just had a daisy on her.
The moon! You guys, I don't have to tell you, look at the moon. Look. Okay. Look at the moon. Oh my gosh. So whoa.
Oh, what the fuck happened to... Oh, no.
It's amazing.
It's just weightlessness. Wait, hang on. Where the fuck did the butterfly come from? Everyone is out there like, oh my god, look at the moon. Look at this. Look at the... Katy, look at the moon. Katy, look. What the fuck are you doing? Where'd the cat go?
It's a very soft landing despite the sporty perception. There it is.
And then...
So you're basically going
They farted on the ground as well.
And then over the Kármán line and straight back down.
There you go. Is that Jeff? Oh, Jeff's wife was in there as well. To be honest, because all of the Katy Perry hate online, I wasn't aware who else was in the spacecraft because all I've been seeing is Katy Perry went to space, Katy Perry queefed in space. You know, that's all I've been seeing.
Babies.
You're over here, go see him.
And she's got the lily again. And I think that's the moment that gets a lot of hate, her kissing the ground. Because she was up there for 11 minutes, and all she was doing was just stood in front of the camera with random shit going,
A flower, a butterfly, a turd,
I've seen a lot of things online where people are suggesting it's a hoax. One of the main reasons people talk about is the fact that the landing module is in pristine condition. There's no burn marks or anything on this thing, on this little jelly top. But quite frankly, they only barely went into space, so re-entry wouldn't have caused any burning, to be honest. My opinion is that they went to space. I don't know why I drummed it. Wait, I can do more impressions as well. Let me do...
What is that?
Oh, no, that was terrible. That was supposed to be Harry Potter. Anyway, a lot of people suggest that this whole thing was a hoax. Maybe to get people to go to a tour, or it was just some kind of Hollywood stunt to make Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin look better or whatever. I think they did go to space. I think what we should be questioning is why the fuck they went to space. Because you weigh up the pros and the cons. The pros, there are pros to this mission, I will say. There is barely any, but there are some. It does encourage women in STEM, which is a clear pro. However, the amount of money this would have cost, and then for Katy Perry to kiss the floor afterwards, is just kind of crazy. The amount of money they spent just to get these people in space for a flight of 11 minutes, to get into space for a couple minutes, is just such a waste of money. It's very dystopian, that's my opinion. You guys are entitled to your own. This is a good time to drop that down in the comments, throw it back on the subscribe button, and then come back up. That's not a waste of money, that's free. If we're gonna make any trips, that's what we should be doing right now. But let's take ourselves back in time a little bit to before the launch and watch Katy Perry's bizarre video one day before her space voyage.
T-minus 1 day before I get to go to space. I think if you know me, you know that I'm always looking for little confirmations from the heavens, from my guides, from my angels, from my higher self. You know, when I ask for it and I'm open to...
I'm looking for guides from God, angels, my higher self, the three big ones in the sky. Are the three legends in the sky. The higher power Katy Perry, God, and the angels. So, hey, sometimes I'm on my knees in the moonlight praying to Katy Perry for things to come true. We all do it.
It's pretty loud. So when I was invited to come on this voyage, I looked up the capsule, and the capsule on the very front of it is the outline in the shape of a feather. And when I saw that, it was like a total confirmation, because my mom has always called me Feather. And so I'm in space training today. And
don't get me wrong, that's cute, but it is kind of giving the vibe of... So there was a feather on the outside of the capsule. What else has feathers? Pigeons. What do pigeons do? They shit on the floor. What else shits on the floor? Squirrels. If you remove every letter from squirrel and replace it with Katy, would you get Katy fucking Perry? It's confirmation. I should be in that module. I don't think my version is quite as wholesome as hers, now that I'm saying it out loud.
And it's, you know, there's a lot to digest. We're almost finished with the day, and they show us the capsule. And we have run simulations in another capsule and tested the noise and what to expect and all these different things. And they reveal the capsule name. And the capsule's name is Tortoise. A wave. Just the most energetic wave just shot.
Wait, let me guess. So tortoise actually rhymes with purpose. Justin Bieber's Purpose Tour of 2016. Who was on the Justin Bieber Purpose Tour of 2016? Jaden. He's just an icon living on a prayer. Bon Jovi. Who rhymes with Bon Jovi? Katy Perry. Boom.
Through my body, and I was like, whoa, what? This capsule's name is Tortoise? My mom calls me two nicknames, Feather and Tortoise.
My prediction was close.
What are the chances that I'm going to space on a rocket in a capsule with my symbol, the feather, called Tortoise? And my mom calls me Tortoise. I will screenshot my mom's messages when she calls me Tortoise. There are no coincidences, and I'm just so grateful for these confirmations, and so grateful.
This is actual live footage of Katy Perry's mum 2 weeks before on the phone to Jeff Bezos. Hey, yeah. Do you think we can... Hello, like a plastic bag floating through the wind. Yes, it's Katy Perry's mum. I was just thinking, could we name the thing Tortoise and put a feather on the side for Katy? We can? Brilliant, thank you. Bye. No, it was a coincidence. Or maybe that phone call never happened and it truly was a coincidence. But according to Katy Perry, coincidences do not happen. Everything happens for a reason.
Grateful for these confirmations, and so grateful that I feel like something bigger than me is steering the ship.
Well, there's only 3 things bigger than you, Katy Perry, and that's higher power version of Katy Perry, which she mentioned previously, God and your angels. And of course, they're steering the ship, and Jeff Bezos. What I find bizarre is when people like this choose to go to space, which is, we're talking about a STEM field here, guys. We're talking pure science. And she's going, the higher power Katy Perry is steering the fucking ship, and my angels are doing the gear changes, and God's hitting the pedal. Rather than, oh, it's a coincidence, and the scientists working behind Blue Origin got me up in the sky for 2 minutes so I can wave a lily in front of the camera. Which is really what happened. But the cringe doesn't stop there. It continues after the flight in post-flight interviews.
Officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day you launch.
Who's going to tell it? She was just up there waving a butterfly and a lily around in front of the camera for 2 minutes. Where's this come from? I feel so loved. Actually, that flight really taught me just purely about love. It also just feels so wrong that the interviewer is saying, oh, you're an astronaut, how does it feel? And she's claiming the astronaut status because it's such a difficult thing to become an astronaut. You have to sacrifice essentially your whole life to be an astronaut. So for her to then just claim the title after an 11-minute voyage just above that line, wave a daisy or lily around, whatever that thing was, and come back down, kiss the floor, and then talk about love after the higher power Katy Perry was driving the whole time. It's just crazy. And I think the whole thing is just clearly very out of touch, and that's why it's got so much backlash online. And I just want to take a minute right now to say that I think the most important thing in life is to be kind, and be as kind as you can to everyone, including Katy Perry. And by no means am I encouraging shitting on Katy Perry for this flight and saying she's a bad person, this, that, and the other. I'm simply just sharing my opinion on the whole ordeal. And everyone is open to criticism. Yes, I'll make jokes about her waving butterflies and daisies in front of the camera, but I can't actually control myself. So that's not my fault. And like I said, I just think this is a case of being out of touch. You know, she's not a bad person. She's not evil. She just went to space and probably didn't think too much into it. That's all. That's my opinion on having opinions. God, I'm getting too many opinions. I need to get back on TikTok and get some other ones. Mine suck. I need more. Let me get back to that horse guy. Not the horse cock guy, but the horse shoe guy was just cutting up horseshoes. One sec. There is a plot twist, however, guys. Turns out Katy Perry didn't just wave around a daisy in front of the camera in space. She also sang up there.
But the best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katy sang "What a Wonderful World."
She did?
Isn't that nice?
Oh, come on.
She sang "What a Wonderful World." I see
Did you just
dreams.
start
Oh,
crying?
yes.
Oh.
Because we'd been asking her to sing all the time, and she wouldn't. And then, because everybody said, sing roar, sing fireworks. And she said, it's not about me. I wanted to talk about the world.
Wow.
I know, isn't that nice? You got to ask her about that.
That's really special.
She quite frankly sounds like a liability up there. Sounds like everyone else was looking out the window and then you've just got Katy in the corner by the camera waving around her daisy going, what a wonderful world. Katy, you're missing the view. Katy, the earth is right there. It looks really beautiful. I see trees. Red Riding Hood. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know the lyrics to any song, but you get the point. In all honesty, I would sing in space as well, though, so that's not me saying, oh, that's a bad thing to do. I wouldn't be able to help myself. I never fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake.
I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space for the future. And for me,
she's clearly put a lot of thought into what she was going to say. She's aura farming, guys. There, I said it. That's all she's doing. She put a lot of thought into what is going to make the TikTok edits. What is going to get put into a compilation? What can I say at the end of this journey to boost my aura? And she's given the whole spiel on love. I'm feeling love. And we didn't go up there. We weren't in space. We made space. She's aura farming, it's clear.
Like Gail said, this wasn't a ride, wasn't a destination. It was a journey, and it was a supernatural one.
There's clearly a theme of this whole supernatural thing, which is, again, it just feels so weird when the whole thing about space travel is just very not supernatural. It's very scientific. You know, there's scientists dedicated their whole lives to getting other people into space, including her. And then for her to just go, oh, this was actually the ghost of Katy Perry past who got us up there, who's driving the ship up there. It's pretty insulting.
My journey has always been about love and belonging. And I think that we have all felt that sometimes we weren't worthy or we didn't belong in certain ways, no matter all the accolades, no matter all the studying, no matter anything. And I think today we all said it, like, we belong here. Mm-hmm. This is where we belong, and we feel very sure of that. So I think that you'll never know the amount of love that you have inside of you to give.
All right, I'm going to fart every time. Why do I have to bring up farting all the time? I'm going to put a whole egg up my ass every time she says love again. Starting now, because otherwise I would have about 17 up there if I start from the beginning. So I'll start now.
To receive until the day you launch, because you're leaving all the love behind and you're surrendering and you're hoping that you get another chance to love them again. And so when you come back down, you're like, oh, I get another chance and I'm going to do it.
Oh my God, now I'm crying. Okay.
In all honesty, this case is such a difficult one, and I'm going to give my mega opinion on it now. Because given the chance to go to space, I feel like I'd find it difficult to say no, even if it was a short flight like this one. But I think it's important to manage the journey well. There has to be a good reason for you to do it. You can't just go to space for 11 minutes and then lecture people on love when you get back down. You just have to be mindful of what you're doing and why you're doing it. There has to be a good reason. And in her case, I don't think there was a good enough reason to go to space for her to do it and not get a backlash. That's my mega opinion, which I came up with by myself on the spot right here with 3 eggs in my ass, okay? And it's your turn to give your mega opinion in the comments, because now we take our eyes, we pull them out of our sockets, and we point them towards her tour. As we enter phase 2, Katy Perry's tour. Basically, Katy Perry went on tour after this space mission, and people are wondering if she lost her mind up there. One moth after you just barely hit it midair, and it's just on the ground still a little bit, still almost dead, but still almost intact, and it's still kicking, you know? Okay, I think my verdict is she lost her mind in space. To be fair, I do think after going up and seeing Earth from that perspective, it's probably difficult to get back down to Earth and be like, now I've got to crack on with normal life. Although this isn't normal life. She is on tour. She's world famous. But to get back and just do a tour after seeing the whole of Earth and realizing we are just on a little ball. Now I'm having a crisis just thinking about it. I don't know what was going on with that choreography. I don't know what song requires that. But you know what? Fuck yeah. I don't know about the being on the floor for so long, but fuck yeah.
Oh, manches, corre bien fuerte.
Oh, they got footage of me doing the 400 meters, y'all.
Ay, no manches.
This is because the 0 G's she experienced for 1 minute, it's still affecting her. When she runs, she still hovers a little bit. She can't help it. It's a side effect. Who the fuck is that? The Green Giant. You got them size 12s on. Maybe Katy Perry's just tiny.
Oh, papu.
Did any of you guys go to this tour? Let me know in the comments if any of you went to this tour. I really want to know. I want to know what it's like and what songs required this. Me after hitting the gym for a week straight. You got the power. She's looking at herself in the sky. You got the power. You got the power. Where's she running to now? Guys, I don't know if this is the right tune. Did she sing at any point during this tour? Did she just run around? I can't watch that. I can't watch that. She's doing some galactic ass wobble now. What the hell's going on? I kind of like, oh, no, I can't do it. I'm going to try and do it in public, any chance I can. I don't think she's lost her mind. I think she found some groove in space. I think that's what happened. Kiss me, kiss me, infect me with your poison, fucking with the poison. What the hell? I don't even know. Okay, she became Darth Maul as well. How's that happened? You're reptilian. Oh, I'm just what the fuck. I mean, maybe she did lose her mind. I think it's clear to me that the whole space thing was promo for this tour, which is alien related. I mean, the whole thing seems to be alien related. She's like killing aliens or like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. This is what fine art is like to me. I don't understand. I feel like I'm lost. This is probably way above my mental capacity. Maybe the Lord Batch, the one in the sky right next to higher power Katy Perry, knows. Oh, she brought back some motherfuckers from space to dance with her as well. Oh, I'm just what the fuck. Yeah, got a lightsaber. Oh, it's just the most lackluster fight I've ever seen. It's the thought that counts, though, right? And now looking at her alien tour, let's give my mega opinion on the tour side of things. I think it's dope as fuck. That's what I think, because I like aliens. I think, yes, she did lose her mind, but I like what she's doing. It's cool, I guess. That's my opinion. I think before we give our final judgment on the whole of the Katy Perry cringe situation, let's look at some of her other lore, because you can't just take recent happenings and build an opinion on a person. You need to look back. You need to go in depth. And so I present to you Phase 3, Katy Perry lore.
She actually died in the courtroom fighting the fight.
Katy Perry is in a legal battle with nuns over property, causing a nun so much stress that she dropped dead in court. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, fuck you, Katy Perry. Shut the fuck up, Katy Perry. Like, I hate you.
I watched American Idol last night. She's ruined it. Katy Perry stinks. And not only that, she has been fighting for this land, basically to the point where this cute nun is...
Where this cute nun... Not what I expected to hear. Okay, I've never seen this, by the way. This is completely new for me. This caption is insane. Katy Perry is such a queen for this after... what, killing a nun in a courtroom? By accident? I don't know. What the fuck?
For her to stop.
And to Katy Perry to please stop. It's not doing anyone any good except hurting a lot of people.
These poor sisters, Katy Perry. The nun actually dropped dead in court.
I don't know how they go to bed and live with themselves at night.
There is so much land for Katy Perry to go after. Yes. And she has to do this to the nuns?
Okay, oh God. Pretty difficult to play devil's advocate on this one. You'd think Katy Perry would let the nuns have the land, seeing as there's only 3 people they're worshipping anyway, which is God, angels, and the higher power, Katy Perry. But no, she needed that land. Maybe the whole space travel thing was her search for more land to conquer. How Katy Perry treats female aerospace engineers who she claims she championed with her trip to space.
Speaking of Katy Perry's trip to space, I went on American Idol. In 2019, I sang in front of the judges, and at the time, I was an aerospace engineer. I had majored in it. I no longer work in that field, I'm still an engineer, but at the time, I was building spacecrafts. It was my life. So obviously, they wanted to talk to me about it. And the things that Katy Perry said to me were so out of pocket that I still quote them to people. First walk in, they start asking me what my IQ is and questioning me about my education. And so I say, yeah, I majored in aerospace engineering. And Katy Perry looks me in my eyes and goes, I didn't even graduate high school. Okay, I don't know how to respond to that. And then Luke Bryan is like, well, didn't you get...
What she's doing there, she's trying to one-up you, but she couldn't figure out how to do it. She's like, oh yeah, you got a high IQ, you do aerospace. I didn't even finish high school. Huh.
She was like, kinda. Okay. Next, she decides to like catch me. I don't know. She names like 5 planets so quickly that I cannot tell you what she said. Mind you, I'm also panicking. I'm standing there with my guitar and my cheetah print pants, waiting to sing Janis Joplin. Like, I'm not prepared for an astronomy lesson. Also, I'm not an astronomer. So I just go, oh, I don't know. Like, a blank. And she's like, okay, what? Okay, yeah, I'm lying. What?
Rule number 1, you should never go toe-to-toe with Katy Perry on space-related facts. She knows what she's talking about. She's been to space. That Katy Perry knew she was going to go to space, because of the higher power Katy Perry told her future.
So then, I don't know, to prove that she understands relative space, she looks at me and she goes, so, to the moon and back, like, isn't that far, right? Like, what would you say instead? I don't know, I said, to the infinite expanses of the universe and back. The only normal judge there, Lionel Richie, left that response, so that felt pretty good. Then, just to really, like, kick me when I'm standing there, like, asking for a place on her reality TV show, she goes, yeah, so I'm going to space. Like, okay, cool, you're the pop star.
Wait, she did know back there, so higher power Katy Perry did tell her. Interesting.
And you're going to space, and here I am just trying to get my golden ticket. And she goes, so do you think I'm gonna live? So mind you, also she bought that ticket 5 years ago. I don't know if people are trying to say it's fake, but she told me to my face that she bought a ticket to go to space 5.5 years ago, whatever. And I was like, no, you're probably not gonna die. And she was like, yeah? And I was like, I mean, I can't speak to the specific mechanics of the spacecraft you're going on, Katy. But no, I looked at her and I said, if they're sending you up, it would be really bad publicity for you to die. So you will be okay. She was like, okay, you can sing now. Mind you, I got 3 yeses, went to Hollywood Week, and then they never showed me, but that was my experience.
So she did buy the ticket 5 years ago, knew she was going to go to space, and she basically, do you know what she did? She got in there and made it about herself. She turned this lady's audition into a Katy Perry bragging about going to space. I can't defend her on that one either. I just can't. No, the Lord of Defense can't defend you, I'm sorry. This is a sword, by the way. Shing, shing. Katy Perry attempts to crowd surf in 2008. Well, surely it won't go wrong because the higher power Katy Perry would just lift her up and take the wheel.
I don't love you.
Oh, it's working though. Oh no, they're engulfing her. Why is her ass to the Lord? She's just upside down. I've never seen a more unsuccessful crowd surf in my life. Even when the crowd separates and lets them drop, it's more successful than that because she was basically just bobbing up and down. Just upside down. Ass to the Lord, souls to the Lord, just her head down in the crowd. The worst point as well, because you just smell everyone's crotch. You're just getting passed through. Damn, poor Katy Perry. Cringiest moment in TV history. Raindrops, drop top, smoking on cookie in the hot box, fucking on your bitch, yeah, thought. Cooking up my shit in the crock pot. We came from something to nothing. I don't trust nobody. When you gotta have your little brother on the karaoke with you. I'm surprised you didn't hit one of those. Crock pot. I'll turn something to something. Get it?
I'm painting Katy Perry holding a fat turd in the space capsule. And it's in early progress, but I promise I'll update it when it comes along. Follow for more.
Isn't it crazy that he's actually really talented and he's chosen to do that of all things? And do you know what, on that note, I'm going to leave the other Lord there. I don't really want to keep going down that rabbit hole, I don't think. Or turd hole, should I say? No, I shouldn't, but I did. And do you know what? Here's my mega opinion conclusion. I think the Katy Perry hate is unjustified because I believe hate is never justified unless someone is like truly terrible. I just think she's out of touch and a little cringe. She should have used the space flight for good if she was going to do it. Make it worthwhile, give it a reason. And her tour is just a bit wacky, that's all. Nothing too crazy, nothing illegal, but each to their own. People still went. So some people like it. One thing I disliked though was her borderline killing the cute nun. And now I don't know too much about that. All I know is from that little clip that I saw. Doesn't sound great. Don't know how that one is defendable. However, ultimate conclusion, be kind, guys, even to Katy Perry, even though she is cringe. There, I said it. And the most important thing to take away is actually love and how much love we all have for each other. And we're not making love, we're being love, being inside love. And the best way to show love is to share this to your family group chat, is to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and watch another of my videos. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you. You should love me. Goodbye.